been a long battle. It's been a long journey. We've met a lot of friends, and we've lost almost as many. The generals of Grado have all fallen, once noble spirits, only to sell remains. Serene and Glenn having fallen to the crazy generals the guard brought along. But now they're all dead. The kingdoms are practically torn asunder. But all that matters now is our final foe is ahead of me. The one responsible for all the destruction and the loss of my father and my homeland, he is going to die. This is the Demon King, Famortis, and take a look at him. He's a beast. I don't even know what Nightmare does. Okay, at least you can only use it once. Alright, look at his stats. They are enormous. He can barely move, but he is a truck. And notice how it doesn't display his hit points. See? No hit points, no hit points. That's because the game can only display hit points in double digits. Which means the boss's hit points are in triple digits. Let's get to it. What's your range look like? Alright, so like that. Like that. And was it one in the middle? Alright. Where's Myrrh? These three are going to be our main fighters, probably. I have one rule in Fire Emblem. As I've said many times, I don't like it when someone dies. However, my singular rule is that the only time I will allow someone to die is in the final battle. Because that is a worthy death. To die defending the world from the ultimate evil, saving the world, avenging your friends, that's worth dying for. Well, this doesn't seem too difficult. I'm just going to let the first group come to me. See what happens. Well, everyone's going after Namie so far. Oh, that's a... Okay, those are dragons. I'm with you now. Okay. Namie, do your thing. Show these fools why no one messes with Namie. That's right. Ross, kindly show this gentleman the broadside of your axe. Don't want to get into his range. We are going to have to swap. Dragon fight! Alright. That's just what I wanted to happen. We will move Natasha in for the secondary heal. Okay. Like that, like that. Alright. Come. Come. Come, meet your death. Return to your maker. I think that spear's about to break. Or is that Cormag's spear? Excellent. Longbow, huh? Think you're fancy? Think you're cool? Oh, no, she's... Oh, crap, that's not going to kill him. Hold on. Hold on. That is going to put her in range. Let's see if she can survive. That's not going to kill him either, unless she crits. Alright, let's take a look at this. Okay, he's not going to do much damage to her, but I'm really worried. You know what? I'm going to have Cormag fly over to this other dragon. And I will have Rochelle follow him for heals. Show my Jeebus! What is that? That is a huge bitch. But she can't heal him. That's the problem. And I gotta stay out of those squares too. Alright, everyone pull back. You can't move far, but I want to take out that other dragon so he doesn't get some lucky kills in. $33 damage. Ow! Alright, alright. Alright, heal him up, Rochelle. Okay. Here's where it gets real. Oh, I need a big fat heal. Actually, let's use our legendary staff. That works on everybody? That is the most... No wonder it's only got 3 uses. Can I beat him in 1 round? Because I know... Yeah, Amelia's just not going to be able to do anything. That's what the legendary weapons are for, you know? That is what they are for. This is going to be a defensive fight until I can wrangle up some guys up here. You know, they're legendary weapons for a reason. Lord of Darkness, or the Demon King, ain't going to be taken down with iron and steel and silver weapons. What's he... Oh my god, he's using that sleep thing. So Erica's still conscious. Nope, Erica's not still conscious. This is a problem. Oh, not that one. I forgot about that sleep thing. I need to scatter the group some more. Scatter it so we're gone, but still, relatively in range. Oh, oh God, poor Natasha. Oh, I can't lose someone in the last fight. I don't care about my personal rules. Can't just lose to someone. Like, come on. If I spent the whole game protecting everyone. Actually, I think I should just keep Amelia up there as a meat shield for right now. That's what she should be. I mean, she can take the hit. That's not a problem. Ah, she just activated Great Shield. I wonder if it'll work on him. Oh, Amelia's such a beast. Beast. Alright, unfortunately, he didn't move any closer, though, because I left her up there. So, let's pull it on back. Oh, God, well, now hopefully he moves. Because if I do this right, Cormag can sneak up behind him and get in some hits as well. Wasn't she outside of his attack range? Oh, is that Great Shield again? You cheat, Amelia. Famortis is like, what is this hex? Alright, is everyone in range? Franz doesn't have a legendary weapon, does he? Just the Brave Lance? Can he even hurt him? Nope. You are useless to me, Franz. Again, that is far more damage than hit points that you have, so... well, actually... Okay. Cormag, you're up first. First blood is yours, my friend. Oh! Oh, that's cheated. It activated Pierce. So it hit him far harder than it should have because it took away all of his defense. That is why Pierce is one of the best abilities. It's so underrated. People are like, oh, it's random. You can't count on it. I just took down half of the final boss's hit points. He has 120. He's at 65. Don't tell me Pierce is not worth it. Now I have two options. Mir can fulfill her duty as the Dragon King, or Ephraim can solidify his position as the rightful king by destroying the greatest evil the world has ever known. Guess which option I'm going for. Oorah! Ephraim! You are the man. Yay! On Persh, Josh should take the throne over. Yay, it's finally over. Rag's just gonna kill himself one of these days. Yeah, I didn't end up needing Myrrh after all. Yeah, no, Ross, that's probably you. With our help? No, I want with Namie's help. Not with yours, Calm. Yeah, he'd hit like a truck. She makes a good point. Finally go back to Renee's. Just in case. Epilogue. And I cannot control this text. At least I can't speed it up. Tea Club, huh? Back in Renee's, finally. Victory in hand at last. Haha, nice. All those treasure chests still in the hall? Wow. No. Oh, well, now I want to misuse the stone. I can tell you what he would want. Yeah, he wanted to tap that Erica ass. I know, man. Yeah, they kind of pulled this out at the end. The sacred stones make up the fire emblem in this game. In all the games in the series, the fire emblem takes on a different form, and in this one, it was the sacred stones. Happy music and credit time. Hooray! Ooh, artwork. Dozla. Kind of looked like La Rochelle wasn't wearing any pants, but come on, what's next? Oh, the Pegasus Knights. Garrick's Mercenaries and Ewan and Sayla. That's a pretty nice picture with Eric and Ephraim. Ah, there's the Demon King. Is there anything after the credits? Flashback picture. Oh, it tells us how many turns we needed for everything. 443 turns. Okay, everyone gets their own epilogue again. Excellent. Seth returned to Renace with Ephraim and his fellow knights. His dedicated service made him the most trusted of the new king and queen's guardsmen, as well as the most famous of knights in all of Renace. Ooh, Seth the Silver Knight. Ooh, everyone gets fancy names. Franz the Faithful. Up there, the B, W, and L is how many battles they were in and how many of those battles they won. Continue to serve Renace, the same devotion they had during the War of the Stones. Oh, too busy talking. He returned to his home of Frelia, where he continued to serve the crown as a faithful knight. His imposing countenance was said to strike fear in the hearts of even the most arrogant and brash of Frelia's new recruits. Who cares about Mulder? Fast forward buttons wins. After the War of the Stones, Mulder continued to serve the royal family. Frelia's wisdom served to guide King Innes as it had served King Hayden before him. Oh, apparently Innes ascended the throne. And in active duty as an airborne knight in Frelia's army, her beauty and determination became the standard to which her fellow knights aspired. Ross, his father's son, scratched out ultimate badass. He returned to Ede, a village of his youth, and helped rebuild it after the bandit attack that brought it to ruin. Years later, he set on his own to perfect his fighting skill and hone both body and spirit. Garcia, the warrior reborn. He returned to Ede to help with its reconstruction after the bandit attack. Afterward, he re-enlisted in the army, serving Renace as a troop leader. His strength, valor, and experience inspired many. 0, 0, and 0, as it should be. Player refused an invitation to become a spy for Renace, returning instead to his hometown, which I thought was destroyed. He spent the rest of his days as a chivalrous rogue, helping those in need from the shadows. The tearful archer returned to her village and passed her days in peace and quiet. Years later, she traveled to the capital of Renace as an archery instructor for their military. She could never resist a good cry. Archer moved to Renace to help rebuild the shattered country. He worked without rest to ease the pain and grief of those who suffered during the war. His self-sacrifice made him into a folk hero among the peasantry. After the War of the Stones, Lute returned to Renace to continue her arcane studies. She spent far less time locked in her library, preferring now to explore the outside world. She grew into a great and well-traveled sage. Joshua returned to Johanna and ruled over it as king. His skills as a leader had grown great, and Johanna flourished as never before. He never outgrew his love of travel and games of chance. The Tempest King. Nice nickname. Natasha, sacred healer. Once the war was over, Natasha returned to Grado to help rebuild the empire. She dedicated herself to easing the grief of those families that lost soldiers during the war. Ford, the Wild Knight. Upon Ford's return to Renace, his secret hobby of painting was discovered. He was commissioned as a court artist. His work grew popular, and his days became so busy that he often regretted his career change. Kyle, Ardent Knight. His service to the royal family of Renace continued without change. He became a battalion commander and gained much trust and responsibility for training new recruits. Tana, Winged Queen. Tana lived happily in the prosperous post-war Frelia. She flew to Renace often to visit her dear friend Erica. That was boring. King and strategician. As time went on, he succeeded his father Hayden as King of Frelia. His resourcefulness and tactical prowess helped him rebuild a court of loyal vassals that served to lead the country to great prosperity. Graceful Serene, she came in so late we never got to use her. She continued as a commander of Frelia's Pegasus Knights. Her grace and beauty and flight were the subject of many songs and paintings, and her popularity soared. Amelia, Rose of the War. Following the war, she returned to Grado to assist in her country's reconstruction. She surrounded herself with new friends and used the strength she found on the battlefield to live her life in happiness. Yay. Dussel, the Obsidian General. Following the war, Dussel returned to Grado, where he was instrumental in its rebuilding. He spent his remaining years watching over Grado and sharing his wisdom with other nations as an expert combat instructor. Noel, Washer of Darkness, with his whole 3 battles. He returned to Grado, where he dedicated himself to rebuilding it and fulfilling Lyon's vision. When the country was restored to its former glory, he disappeared without a trace, never to be seen again. Cormag, aloof landsman. Cormag returned to Grado to assist in the reconstruction of his country. Shortly after, he left to wander on his own. When he reappeared, he rejoined the army not as a knight, but as a common soldier. Rochelle, Queen of Light. She succeeded her uncle as ruler of the Rostan theocracy several years after the war ended. Not a surprise there. She never lost her unique perspective on life. She spent much of her rule visiting the neighboring countries. Dozlov the Steady Axe. As Rochelle rose to become queen, he remained by her side. Watching Rochelle grow to become the queen she was destined to be was Dozlov's greatest joy in life. Rennick killed himself. Rochelle summoned Rennick back to Rostan, and he was forced to return. He was never able to escape his service to the self-centered princess who became queen. Admittedly, he didn't try very hard. The Desert Tiger. Garrett continued as a mercenary. Over the years, his reputation grew so great that he had more job offers than he could handle. One day, without warning, he left, never to return. Alright, got sick of it, I guess. She danced from city to city, and the entire continent became her stage. Her fame grew and grew, and large crowds gathered wherever she performed. Ewan, enthusiastic student, badass. Ewan continued his studies, modeling his life after the teachings of Selah. Eventually, his education branched off into different paths. His insatiable curiosity led him on a trip to explore the world. Marissa, the Crimson Flash. Marissa became battalion leader for an elite mercenary force. Many men sought to challenge her to a duel, and none of them stood up to her blade. Owned. Selah, the Well of Wisdom. Selah returned to Cair Palin, where he remained a faithful servant of the Manichetti. His days were not spent in isolation, though. Many of the friends he met during the War of the Stones came to visit his village. Mirror, the Great Dragon. After bidding her farewells to Ephraim, she returned to Darkling Woods. She lived a long and full life, served by the people of Cair Palin, and comforted by the memories of her dear friends. Ephraim, Restoration King. Busy days awaited him upon his return to Renace. He oversaw the rebuilding not only of his own country, but also of the entire continent of Magvel. His work was difficult, but his success made him a legend. Erica, Restoration Queen. Erica returned to Renace and began the reconstruction effort with her brother. Ephraim, seeing peace return to the lives of her people, filled her with happiness. Her smile became a symbol of her people's joy. And we're done! We're done! That's it for Fire Emblem and the Sacred Stones. One day I might come back to do Ephraim's Path. But right now, this one's over. It was a great run. It was a great game. I played most of it blind. It was a really good time. I enjoyed it a lot. It certainly wasn't the hardest Fire Emblem game, and probably is the easiest, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the characters. The story was entertaining. Liked it a lot. I like being able to choose your promotion path. You get 2 choices with each promotion. The only other game to do that was Fire Emblem 2. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed watching it. I really enjoyed making this one. That's certainly not it for Fire Emblem games as far as I'm concerned. I'll probably be doing Fire Emblem 7, The Blazing Sword next, which was the first Fire Emblem game released in the United States. But until then, folks, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I appreciate the fact that you did watch. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope it showed. Thank you everyone so much for watching this Let's Play, and I will see you next time.